Okay, welcome to another exciting episode of Reality Bus Stop. My name is Karena Yudewe, aka Karena U, and yes, every week I come here to talk about the Real Housewives of Lagos. Yes, it's Reality Bus Stop and it's the Real Housewives of Lagos edition. This week, a lot of things happened. A lot of things happened. But as usual, we're going to pick the part that is more impactful, and we're also going to talk about the most interesting and most spicy moments for this last episode. As you can see, I'm even giving you the Real Housewives vibe kind of look. Okay, straight to the business of the day. Now, this week, there was a lot of things that actually happened, and this show is still centered around Dr. Rommel and Faith Morey, especially Faith Morey, because that lady is just doing what they did not expect her to do. Do you get? Now, first of all, this Dr. Rommel guy, is he really worth being on the show? Because people were talking about him being on the show. Some people said it's not really worth it. Some people said it's worth it. If they were to ask me, is Dr. Romeo supposed to be in the show? I would say yes and no. Yes, because he's giving us the drama, he's giving us something to talk about. No, because that man is embarrassing himself and he looks awkward in the midst of those ladies. So I feel like he should have just come like a random guest, maybe come for one episode and disappear, and he shouldn't have come on any other episode. Now, Dr. Romel's action towards Faith was awkward. Why do I say it's awkward? Last week, this man was talking about Faith Morey being fake, blah, 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 in the midst of women that he just met. It was even Faith Morey that introduced him to these ladies. And all of a sudden, he was beginning to talk down on Faith Morey in the presence of these women. And that was at Iyabo Ojo's event. Fast forward to, I don't know if it's many days later, Dr. Rommel begins to say, I need my friend back. And it now makes me to ask myself, is this man being desperate? Is he seeking for validation? Because even Faith Mori was saying that he's actually desperate and kind of seeking for validation. And even other housewives are now even beginning to suspect his behavior, apart from Iyabo, because Iyabo still feels that she's on Dr. Romel's side. Now, Faith and Toyin connecting in this episode was the best thing to watch. I think Toyin is now getting to understand Faith's personality, and that is why it's always good that before you judge people, try to understand who they are, and that's what these other housewives they are failing to do. They are not trying to understand that okay, this person probably she's not used to this kind of persons, or she's not used to this kind of environment, or she's trying to understand, but they just make it look like oh she's forming, she's fake, and that is actually totally wrong. Another aspect I want to talk about, one of the interesting moments on that show, on that episode, was when Iyabo was having a conversation with her boyfriend Polo, the showbiz man, and she was talking about how she wants to bring back her movie, and Polo was saying that you have to pay your daughter because she wants her daughter to be on that movie. I think it's another one of her movies that she did. She wants to do like the return of something something. I couldn't get the name, and I haven't watched that movie. And I like the fact that Polo kept telling her that even in as much as Priscilla is your daughter, you have to pay for her services, which got me asking myself as a person, do you, if your family member, let me say my brother is to do something for me, am I supposed to pay for his service, or because he's my family member, I'm not supposed to pay? Or do you make it business, strictly business? So I like that fact that he was able to clarify and tell her that look, you have to pay for your daughter's services. It shouldn't be a small amount because she's working for you. So I don't know how you see that particular part. Then quickly, I would like to, okay, the Faith and Dr. Romeo's drama was very awkward. I like the way Faith received Dr. Romeo. I mean, there was no room for fakeness. You said I'm fake. Okay, let me show you that I am actually fake. Faith did not have to, do anything or pretend just to make Dr. Rommel feel some certain way. In fact, I feel like this episode, Dr. Rommel showed that he's two-faced. So the question I'm asking is, how do you deal with two-faced kind of person? Do you like avoid them, or you talk to them face to face, or how, I don't know, how do you do that? I actually like the way Faith handled him, because you embarrassed me at the resort and now you're coming back to come and form like we are friends. Hello, what are you expecting? Some nice hug and the fact that Faith is not pretending is what makes me really get fond of her. She's just keeping her calm, keeping her cool, and giving it to them hot, hot. So I like how Faith reacted towards Dr. Rommel, and Dr. Rommel was just embarrassing himself, following her, telling her she's fake. Mother was totally off. I don't want to talk much. Chioma's foundation was one of the most beautiful things to watch. In fact, I like the fact that this whole season is not just centered on the women going for various trips. It's centered on the women showing their lifestyle, like how they live their lives. It's not every time this one organize small event, this one organize. That was how season one was looking like for me. Season one was just more like the adventures of the Real Housewives of Lagos. I said it in my previous episode. But this season, they are showing us things that these women are actually doing, and it's beautiful to watch. So I like the fact that Chioma went to give those community water, also reached out to the lady she promised to meet in the previous season. Everything was totally beautiful. Then Mariam talking about surrogacy. What do you think about surrogacy? What do you think about surrogacy? She said her age was going, that she did not want to, she feels like her age is gone. I think she said she's 36 or 37. So that's why she wants to do surrogacy. So what do you think about it? Anyway, guys, I think I'll have to wrap it up here. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, please subscribe. I just picked out some of the very interesting and impactful parts of the Real Housewives of Lagos this particular episode. Which other thing did I not talk about? Okay, when they were doing the Laura's event, where she was doing her lip gloss event, I like the way Faith kept her cool. But then one thing, there's one thing Chioma is doing that I think many people have suspected. She knows that Iyabo's behavior towards Faith is not beautiful, but because Iyabo is her friend or her madam or what or whatnot, she's not telling her the truth. I see one thing about friendship. When you know that your friend is doing something bad and you're not correcting their mistake, you're not a true friend, because you're just trying to, I don't know how you want to do, whether it's eye service or something. You don't want to tell the person that this thing you're doing is bad, because you feel that if you tell the person will cut you off. That is actually not nice. I hope in the previous, as more episode is coming up, we'll see like the other side of who Chioma is, and we'll see that she can be able to relate on the issue of Iyabo and Faith's drama. Okay, guys, I'll end it here. If you haven't subscribed, please kindly subscribe. Once again, my name is Karina Yodewe, and please follow me on all my social media handles. Thank you.
Visit www.gstarways.ng to be inspired and be informed.